What's up, gamers?
You didn't even give me a chance to do a countdown.
It's true. Go to the other side of this thing.
Alright, a little context use telling me where.
Other side of the rock. Not other side of the... Yeah. No, not other side. Like, other side of this little hill to the left. Sorry. I'm bad at explaining. Sometimes. Selectively. We're getting a heart piece. That tree to the left, like if you turn to the left, I believe that's where the hole is. Just go next to the tree, drop a bomb, and bada bing, bada boom. Man, it feels weird that we're recording without a countdown. Remind me to never do that again before your countdown. Oh, it even has, I forgot, you have the shard of agony.
Mm-hmm.
So you just want to put on your iron boots. And there you go.
Yep. I don't remember if I did. I kind of feel like I didn't. There's a heart piece back in Zora's Domain I think I might have missed too. So.
Zora's Fountain.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The one that's it's
a similar idea. Use the iron boost to go down.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah.
I'll go for that. I'll probably end up having a part where I just go and try to get the remaining heart pieces. I'll get it when I do that.
So about that master, you still gonna do it?
I never agreed to it in the first place.
I know.
Just being sure that you remember that.
I know. I'm just trying to see if I can get you to do it.
Man,
you want to get fire arrows really quickly?
Can you? I thought you have to clear the water temple first.
You have to finish the water temple first, but you can make it... I think you can still make it appear right now if you want to.
Well, then what's the point?
Well, I don't know. If you just want to. Basically, if you just want to do it now or not. It's the only real point.
I doubt I would even use them that much because I have barely any magic.
They're pointless.
I don't know why I still have that claim check in there, but yeah, that can go away. And the neighbor's dog is barking. Don't know if you can hear that, but yeah.
So, I've been doing a randomizer run, just so everybody knows, so I kind of have some experience in talking, or with how this game is, to an extent, because I haven't gone through a lot of things, still, but the last time I played this game was like years ago, so at least I have some sort of forehand knowledge of the game again.
Oh yeah, I'd almost forgotten, I have big on a sword now. That was the entire last part, and I'd almost forgotten about it.
So, yay, Water Temple, notorious for being one of the hardest / most annoying temple.
Yeah, it's better than the 3DS version, but yeah, it's still annoying.
Yeah, in the original version, the most annoying part was having to take off iron boots and take them on and off, because in the original version of the game,
you couldn't equip it as an item. You had to go into your pause menu, and it wasn't even the first screen on the pause menu. You had to go to like 2 or 3 different screens.
You need to upgrade the long shot.
Figured. Fine.
Yeah. Well, kind of. I mean, you can sit on that menu and you'll be good. So yeah, this is the...
You never have to change your items out.
You do, but I mean, like, what you can do is, like, you can just swap back to that menu afterwards, if you remember. So...
Oh, well, that's your cue.
She has a really long set of dialogue, too. Oh, you're right. Yoga Doctor. I think that's her actual voice, too. I'm not changing it.
That's roughly the voice you gave her, like, just a little more Scottish.
You're a yoga doctor, aren't you? There we go. It's me, your fiancé, Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. I never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. Like Link's face, that's how I feel.
It's like, who are you again?
You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting all for these 7 long years. I mean, I was still a kid.
Okay, so quick question, who are you?
Yeah, that too. But now is not the time to talk about the love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain, totally frozen.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We found out your dad. Everything's gonna be fine.
A young man named Sheik saved me from under the... Okay, that only makes the gender confusion of Sheik even worse. But my father and other Zoras have not yet come back alive because they're stupid.
Oh, well.
I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain.
Just go back to the ice cavern over and over again. You'll get enough fire.
You're not wrong. You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who was going to be your wife. Joke's on you. Everything's gonna be reverted.
Okay, so question again. Who are you?
Yogaidr, you have to help me destroy the evil monsters in the temple, okay? By the way, this is the point of dialogue where Link the Goron was crying. I'll tell everyone about that whole ordeal after this line of dialogue, or this dialogue thing. Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me quickly.
Oh,
and then she
okay,
dies.
She goes.
So, context to that's where, when I said that's where Link the Goron was crying. So, there's a Goron that we're going to be meeting eventually that you have to go visit before you can enter the Fire Temple, because he actually opens the entrance to get there. But basically, I have in my randomizer of the game currently, I also made it so all the text is randomized. And Link the Goron, he cries at some point because, you know, the Gorons, you can change the water level right there, right?
Well, I don't need to right now, do I?
Yes, you do.
Oh, well. Yeah, so I did.
But anyways, so Link the Goron cries about his Goron people because we'll see what's going on with the Gorons. Oh my god, I still love how he just spins. But you know, we'll see why he cries. But so he had Princess Ruto's text right there, and he perfectly started crying when she was like, "I want to save my people," blah 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 blah, and it was really weird too because he's like a Goron named Link, and he was like, "I'm your fiance, Ruto," and just the whole mixture of it was really funny. So here's another reason why this place kind of sucks. Water level changing. And they're not I think the worst part is they're just not in convenient locations. Like, if they're in a convenient spot, I don't think it'd be nearly as bad. But yeah. But even then, honestly, if you personally want my opinion on this dungeon, I honestly don't think it's that bad. I can understand people's frustrations, but I personally like it. You can't use Deku sticks. Dinspire.
It's only 2.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, what other uses are you gonna have for Dinspire? Use it while you can, you know what I mean?
Not even facing it right.
If that torch goes out, you're using Dinspire.
How did it...
And this, my friends, is why gyro controls are supreme. God, going back to the N64 version without those. Not only that, but I'm using a different emulator because I have to make the thing work properly. Oh my god, it is awful.
I don't think I used gyro once in the actual 3DS version.
I do.
I used it a little more in Majora's Mask, but it's still
Deku Nuts, what are you doing? Come on, use Deku Nuts. They stun these guys.
Of course. Of course.
Little known fact, they stun these guys.
They stun everybody.
Yeah. You have to let it be open first, though. It should stun him at least. Maybe it's a way for like its mouth to be. Oh, it's not stunning. I swear they used to stun him. Because I think in Majora's Mask, I don't know if it was Majora's Mask. There was some game I did it in and it worked. I guess it doesn't work.
No, they're useless. Also, not every time.
Shellblade, its eternal muscle is its weak point.
That's a muscle? I mean, right, of course it is.
I guess so. You could use the hook shot to kill these guys too. The slashing is giving you issues.
Hey now, I gotta use the extra range of the big round sword somehow.
Oh, you're gonna have its mileage once you get to the mini boss. Because the mini boss, it gets absolutely destroyed.
You remember where the gold sculpturas are in this place? Because
Hell
I really
no.
don't want to come back here for that.
Hell no, I don't. I can look. I'm gonna look at a map just to see if they're in like these weird locations.
I see that door over there to the right. I just want to check everything first.
You kind of have to.
Okay. Unless bombs work on that.
I don't want to look at Zelda dungeon because then I have to go through a lot of I have to scroll through how they went through. Whatever. I'll do that. Oh wait, no, I forgot. Zelda dungeon actually has like a Skulltula dedicated page. When the water is at the lowest level, enter the south corridor and blow a hole through the cracked floor.
That's where I am now.
Oh, okay. Kill a tech can use spin attack while standing next to the grating to hit a crystal switch inside. No, you're not. It was the other place you were in. You missed it. You have to go back and get it eventually.
But that's crystal switch right there. It's that right there.
Nope, this is a completely different Skulltula. I believe.
I destroyed the cracked thing. There's the crystal diamond. Like, it fits.
Okay, I guess they changed the layout slightly then, because it looks different on the image. Because like the gold Skulltula is right next to the what's it called? Let me see where you came in, then I'll be able to answer it better. It's just maybe, like I said, maybe they changed the layouts a little bit, which is definitely a possibility. Okay, yeah, that is the Skulltula.
Yeah, that spot was the destructible spot.
Yeah, you're right. That's Skulltula. They changed the layout ever so slightly because on this little image it has, the crystal thingy is right next to the Skulltula and not like a little bit of distances away. That's why I was like, that's not it.
All right.
So I guess they did change the layout of this ever so slightly.
I mean, if they was gonna change any dungeon, it was gonna be this one.
I thought they just made it more convenient. Because honestly, the two biggest complaints people have is, one is just an inherent design thing with the dungeon itself. And then another is because you had to keep pausing the game because they just didn't think that through when they made the original game. At least they give you 4 slots, item slots.
And you don't have to waste one of them on your Ocarina.
So, the rest of the Skulltulas, there's not many in the dungeon for the record. They're all after the mini boss.
Okay,
So no need to worry, no need to fret. Unless they change it for the 3DS version. But if you like Zelda Dungeon, would have told me.
Yeah, that sounds like the kind of thing they would do.
Well, because usually, I think for like Majora's Mask, and especially for Wind Waker, they'll say like Majora's Mask exclusive or like different in, N64 version only or whatever.
But they definitely mentioned it in Wind Waker when we was going back and looking at those final art pieces and treasure charts.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! I was so close!
Get wrecked, kid.
Take 2.
I'm curious to see if you'll make the same mistake that I usually do in this dungeon. While I don't usually have too many issues, there's always one specific chest that I seemingly miss every single time. And I don't even think it's a hard thing to miss. Like, I'm just stupid or something is the best description.
I know there's something that really screwed me up when I was playing through this a few months ago.
And that was his first time going through the dungeon.
Not my first time, but my first time in a long time. Second time. This is my third.
Didn't you say it took you, like a few hours the last time you played the game, though?
I don't remember how long. It took me a while.
I remember.
I don't think it took me as long as it took me to Fire Temple. That one was pain.
What was your, when was the first time you ever played this game?
When the 3DS version first came out in 2011.
Okay, so it definitely wasn't then. I think you were talking to me when you were just doing a random run through of the game or something. Because I remember you were just telling me how you were taking a long time during a lot of dungeons.
Well, yeah, that was the run through a few months ago, remember?
Yeah. A few months ago, more like earlier this year.
Well, yeah, a few months ago. I was
wow.
gonna agree with you, but then it's like, 2019.
Earlier last year.
So,
no, I think you have to hook shot it. I don't know if you can reach it, but I think you have to.
Well, better be able to reach it.
But no, you're not stuck here. You can't get stuck. I think the reason why this is one of my favorite dungeons in this game is because of the complexity. I almost want to say, I don't know, it's really hard for me to rank the dungeons in this game. Not including child dungeons. Because I think they're the weakest by far. But I mean, that's not really fair to an extent. Like, if I had to... The worst one to me, I still will say, is Shadow, and I just think, while atmospherically it's the coolest, as a dungeon it just feels, it's too straightforward for my liking. Like, if I, hold on, Shadow Temple map. There's like 2 times you deviate off of a straight line.
Watch
or
me.
Like,
give it like 5 parts, watch me.
No, I mean like the dungeon itself. Like if you were to do it perfectly, essentially, I guess. Like, there's really no reason to go off the beaten path. There's the beginning part. Where's the entrance of this dungeon? I'm looking at a 3D. Somebody has a 3D map of it, which is pretty cool, mind you.
Sounds cool.
Okay, so here's the entrance. So you deviate. I wouldn't even say this is a deviation. To get the first, to get the dungeon item, which I think it's the only dungeon in the game that you get the dungeon item right at the beginning. You go there, and then you have to go backwards, but that's just to go back to the main room. And that's not even that long of a walk. And then you go straight into here, you do a room. Or no, you go into a room, and then there's 3 paths. One path is just a room with the compass. One path is a room with the key. You go out there, and then you go into the main hallway. It's just one long hallway. Then you go to the second area, and this is another very long hallway with 2 side rooms, but they're only a single room. A single, not very big room. Actually, I might use this map when you're going through it, because it actually has the Skulltula locations, too.
Oh, is there an equivalent to that for the Water Temple, then?
I'm actually going to look. That might be harder though, because it's like a 3D model, and the thing is like, I think the main difference is they had to compromise some things, but
Well, sure, of course.
But the Shadow Temple, like I said, it's one of the more linear dungeons, so it's like I feel like that one was probably easier to map out. But let me see if there's one. Water Temple map. And oh, I searched water map. I was like, and I'm getting pictures of the globe. There is a 3D render.
Good.
And of course, get this: the 3D version of the 3D render of the Shadow Temple, 22 upvotes on Reddit. Water Temple, 1.1 thousand.
Sounds about right.
I want to see what the Forest Temple looks. I also want to see how much what's it called? Upvotes everything has in comparison.
Like at that point, like you might as well just check on the Spirit Temple because it's the only one left.
Yeah, well, Fire Temple 2.
Oh yeah.
And then Spirit Temple. Spirit Temple's awesome. I'll rate all these temples again once I stop looking at this. Forest Temple 300 or 640 upvotes. Fire Temple has 18 upvotes. Oof. I like Fire Temple a lot. It's probably my favorite atmospherically too. You might have to use the arrow. Oh, no, you did. Spirit Temple. Oh! Spirit Temple only got 2 upvotes. That's disappointing. And yeah, Water Temple got 1.1k, which is funny. So, let me look at the Forest Temple map. This all looks really cool. I just like how this looks from a visual standpoint.
So if I ended up missing something, which I wouldn't doubt that I have already.
Ah, Fire Temple. I'm telling ya, I love the Fire Temple. Underrated opinion, I do in fact love the Fire Temple. Spirit Temple. Now let me look at the Water Temple. It's actually not as complicated. It's all in like an isometric view too. So that also is nice. Okay, that's an easy. Here. I think this isn't easy to miss. No, it's not. But that one's at the way end. I'm just looking at the skull, so that's kind of getting a gauge. That one's kind of on your main path. That one's on your main path. I think I want to say all of them are pretty much on your main path. That one's on your main path. How many of there all together? You've gotten 1, right?
Yes.
So there's 4 more left. This one, which you're gonna get, that one's semi on your main path. You kind of have to just look off to the side. This one's on your main path. This one's on your main path.
Oh, that's the entrance. Definitely don't want to go in there.
And this one is on your main path too. Okay. Yeah, they're all kind of just on your main path, so you don't have to worry too much. The only one that's not really on the main path is you need the long shot for this, but you know the middle building in the center of the dungeon? Mm-hmm. There's a skull at the way top, but you need the long shot for it.
There's one right there.
Yeah. And you're about to get the long shot because the boss is after this room, so at least I think it is.
Here I didn't think so.
It's not directly after this room. It's technically 2 rooms away, but yeah, I had the right idea. You're actually going... No, you need the long shot. I told you. I told you!
You just said one of them needs a long shot. You didn't say which one.
All. When you got the first Skulltula, I said don't worry about the rest, because you need the long shot for it. Which is your reward for beating the mini-boss, which is coming up. My sister is singing Make It Stop.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Back I go!
Well, it begins.
The water temple begins.
I don't know. I don't know if you need another key to get in there. This map doesn't show the door.
I do. It was locked. I was standing in front of the door.
No, for the room after that.
Oh.
Because that's right before the mini-boss. Why do people sing loudly at all when they can't sing?
I don't know.
Need the long shot. I think the sucky thing about
To go down.
the sucky thing about me with dungeons is, like, I can't really help you. Like, I know the dungeons pretty well. It's just I can't help you. Like, when someone else is playing, it's hard for me to, you know, it's hard for me to give advice and stuff like that, as opposed to, wait, what are you doing? Go back in there. Unless you've
There's
been
nothing
in there.
there.
Have you been in there?
I've been in all of these,
Oh.
but I'm missing something.
I don't know. You have the map and compass.
Yeah, that's what I'm using. So I know I've been in this room already, but there's something in this area I missed, because
There's
the map
something
is showing
wrong.
there's a lot. They want me to go there. Yeah, that's not happening for a while.
Do you need the long shot, or I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I don't think that's a long shot thing. That's just a I can't reach it thing.
I think it's a point where you jump out later in the dungeon.
Yeah.
I think actually in the tail end of the dungeon. I think that's one of the last sections. Rude. That was quite rude of that tech tyke.
It was. But, whatever. What tech type? It's dead.
Tech tyke? More like dead tyke.
Oh yeah, I never had Navi go over this either, did I?
Spike, man. Aim for it when it retracts its spikes. Hey, that's actually a lie. You have to hit it to get rid of its spikes.
I didn't that time.
Oh. Maybe it's half and half.
I mean, Navi's not necessarily wrong there, it's just she's not entirely right either.
Both wrong and right.
Oh, this is the one I couldn't reach. Right. Fine.
Alright, guys. Let me tell you a story. Just kidding. It's not story time. I will rank the dungeons now from my least favorite to favorite, though, because I was doing that, but then I stopped. So, least favorite, I'll give like a brief reasoning too. So yeah, least favorite is Shadow Temple. Good atmosphere.
It's this one, but I need to drain the water out. Does this thing down here still work?
Up there it should. But that's gonna drain it to the bottom. In the middle room is where there's a place you can drain it halfway.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
But yeah, so Shadow Temple is my least favorite. Good atmosphere, but too linear for my tastes. Kind of just boring to me. Second least, I think at this point it's just like, what is my favorite? Because I think I only dislike that one. Let me think. I think I'll just put Water Temple. Like, I like Water Temple. People don't like it, but I genuinely like it. So I guess I'll put it there because I guess compared to the rest of the dungeons, I still think it's the weakest. But I do like it. And then I would probably put Spirit Temple. This one's really hard because Forest Temple is number 1, and then Fire Temple is number 2. But it's hard between Forest Temple and Fire Temple to me because I really love the atmosphere of like Fire Temple, but I'm also the kind of person that I'm really I think you need to lower the water level actually.
I know, but I can't find where to.
Oh, it was down there. It's in that lower section, remember? You were just in it.
Where?
To your left.
No, it's not in there.
Yeah? Yeah, it is.
It doesn't work for the middle room.
Yeah, it does. What it'll do, it'll lower the water level, so then it lowers a brick down to the lowest floor so you can get inside a door. I believe that's what happens.
And
this is one thing
it all
that
comes back to why I hate this dungeon so much.
But this is also one thing they did in the remake. They have a little like line that tells you where specific stuff is. Like the green line tells you, okay, that's where one of the water level thing is. Because that's not in the original game, I don't think. I think you have to just memorize where they're located. But anyways,
well,
yeah, so...
Ask anybody who wants to talk about the Great Bay Temple, how well those work.
Hey, I hate the Great Bay Temple. Okay, well...
Funny thing is, actually, I like the Great Bay Temple. It's one of the few dungeons in that game I like.
I don't hate the Great Bay Temple. I just don't like it. I don't like it very much. There should be a block. Yeah, and then you go up there. And then
I already went up it. It's just...
And then you do this, and then you blow up, and then you go to that other room again, and then you can blow up that wall. Oh, I like the music a lot for Great Bay Temple. Is that good? Is that something? Is that something in its favor? I like the music. It's like bum bum boom bum bum boom, bum bum boom bum bum boom, bum bum boom bum bum boom. Yeah, now you have to just walk out of here and go back there. But yeah, Spirit Temple, 3rd favorite. Very close to being the 2nd favorite, just because I think it's one of the more unique dungeons, and I think that's really cool about it. I also just like desert stuff a lot. I don't know what's up with me and desert stuff, but desert stuff is cool.
Could not hate desert levels more, but there's not.
You live in a desert. He lives in a desert. Also, I love the boss and the mirror shield stuff is fun. There's your key. Woo. And then Fire Temple is probably my 2nd favorite, and that just has... I don't want to say it strictly has to do with this atmosphere. I am a sucker for, like, volcanic... I like underground stuff to begin with, but, like, when you add that whole volcanic aspect to it, it's even cooler. And I also like the aesthetic of, like, ruins and stuff like that, right? And it's kind of has that sort of, like, ruined... almost like a ruined city vibe in a way is the best way for me to describe it. I don't know. There's something about all
the dungeons have that. Like Forest Temple has that. Spirit Temple has that.
Well, Spirit Temple feels like an actual temple of sorts, I guess. And Forest Temple is clearly supposed to be like a mansion, like an old, corrupt, decayed mansion sort of thing. So that's one of the reasons why I actually really like the Forest Temple. It's one of the more unique feeling dungeons from that sort of standpoint.
Wait, it's supposed to be a mansion?
Yeah.
I thought it was a castle.
Well, it's either a castle or a mansion. One of the two. It actually might be a castle forms. The reason why I say why I say mansion is because they have like a little maze at the front. When I think of mansions, I guess I think of them having like gardens of such in the front. which the forest meadow, whatever the fuck it's
Hyrule
called.
Castle has that exact thing you're talking about.
Exactly.
That's a
Let me
castle,
actually-
not a mansion.
Let me look. The entrance feels more mansion-y, I guess, too. There is that. Hyrule Castle is... It's hard to describe. It has, like, a bigger door to it, too. Like, you know, like the generic castle has big door thing. Let me just look here real quick, though.
The game is really lagging now. Oh boy. Are you done? Okay.
Woo!
Swap these two.
It's originally believed that the Forest Temple was meant to be the Wind Temple.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess, considering we already have a fire temple and a water temple.
The only thing that I think holds true to that is the whole Ganon's Castle thing, where the Forest Temple section is more wind themed. But like, if you think about the locale, I can't see how that's wind related. You're in Kokiri Forest, you go through the Lost Woods, and then you're in another wooded section. It feels like it would be wrong if it wasn't the Forest Temple, or if it wasn't the Forest Temple or something like that.
I guess it could have been the Wind Temple and they changed it early in development.
Yeah, maybe, potentially. Because like, if I think of a Wind Temple, what comes to mind is like something in like in the sky, or you know, like in the air, or whatever, you know what I mean? Master Quest. I want to go through it just to set up those save states for you in case you want to do it.
There's absolutely no way I'm gonna do it.
Why not?
Because I'm already completing the game once. Why would I want to do it again?
You're not. You're just doing the dungeons. Though you could, though you have said this before. You could argue that the dungeons themselves are
That's
like
at least
the main.
half the game.
They're at least half the game. That is true. I will concede. But you are going through 100%, the 100% portion of the game. Like you're doing all the side stuff, which you didn't. Like if you don't really do, I could sort of see that argument. But since we're gonna be spending some parts just getting heart pieces and stuff, at that point you're just doing the dungeons, the harder version of the dungeons. They are substantially different, mind you. Temple's easier though. Doesn't make any sense, but
Oh, hi Navi, what's up?
this barrier is like blocking the door. There must be some secret opening it, man. Just like, don't get hurt, man.
Okay. As soon as I figure out how to get around this door, I'll figure it. What is this? I've been lied to. This isn't the dungeon.
What is this magic? Now we get like the coolest mini boss of them all, Shadow Link. You can't hit him, and he can't hit you until he gets fully rendered.
Yeah, he's gonna take his
You're
time.
gonna do the Navi thing in the meantime.
Sure. Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Dark Yogai Doctor, conquer yourself. Just don't hurt yourself. I don't remember if you just have to wait or if you have to like swing at him. I thought, okay, you just have to wait. I can see it. There we go. So this boss is actually really hard if you don't have the Big Oron sword.
I didn't have it the first time I played the game, and I still beat him first try.
Well, I
Nothing
wouldn't say
that
he's
hard.
something that you would die on first try, but like comparatively to every other boss, he's most definitely the hardest one of the bunch.
Although, I guess part of it too is like there's so many items that can absolutely destroy him. Like the Bigron sword right there. If you get the item from the fire temple, that bugs him out and breaks him instantly.
Yep. But if you're just doing sword fight, he's kind of hard, I would say. I don't think I've ever died to him or even gotten enough HP where I've gotten like a fairy used, but yeah, long shot, woohoo! This is like the only game where they do something like this, and I'm actually really glad.
I need to check my tab so I actually know what the song was. It's
Out of all the ones, this is the one that I should know by heart, especially because I just played through Majora's Mask. You know what's really weird? Oh, there's gonna be just so you know, there's gonna be a Skulltula in this room. Yoga Doctor, be careful, man. Don't get swallowed by the vortexes. Don't you remember Echo the Dolphin?
Let's just wait over here, okay?
It'll be on a wall. You should see it. So don't be too scared.
No, I don't think I'm gonna need the arrows that much now that I have the long shot.
You're still probably going to because...
It's still on my menu, it's just not...
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, with the arrows, it's like... I think it's like right around here, by the way, the Skulltula. It's on the wall somewhere around here. Do you hear it?
No, I don't.
Might be a little further then.
No.
I have iron boots on. There it is. You have iron boots on.
Well, yeah.
How the heck could you get sucked in? Those things are holding you to the ground.
Scientists are baffled.
Skull. They are. So the only other gold Skulltula that's kind of in the way, or out of the way rather, that doesn't work. You have to arrow it. The only one that's out of the way is like in the middle section. Ugh. Yeah, you should have went in on the other side.
Fine.
There's more room there. Yeah. Get out of here!
Yeah,
Stop it!
What?
It's funny. It's funny watching Link slide.
I know. It's just like it's like what is this?
Maybe there was a hook shot thing on the ceiling that you didn't see. Like go back to the other side.
I just remember that this room is always terrible, so I just assume.
I never usually have issues with this room. I don't think
Every time I play this, including the last time, it has been something that has caused me great pain. This time does not look like it's going to be any different.
Hurry! Hurry!
Like,
I'll
end up being stuck in these one vortexes for like 10 minutes.
You wanna just get stuck up?
That might be faster at this rate.
You got this.
Sooner or later.
Yeah.
But I know it's possible to do because I've beaten this game before and I've never noticed anything on the ceiling if it exists.
You got this. Get rid of the iron boots.
Trying to equip them. I had them off for a second, but they went on again.
Try again.
One of these days.
This is weird. You got this.
I got it, okay.
You should look up just to see if there is anything on the ceiling.
There, I finally have a fairy. Not that I think I'm going to need it, but it's nice to have at least one.
Yeah, you should look up above.
I know. I have a lot of things to do.
No, you don't. Don't lie to me.
So there is something that, I don't know if I could have reached that from over there, though.
You want to test it out?
Are you high?
I mean, I am a surfer, Navi, so potentially. Don't do drugs, kids. Unless your doctor gives you. Unless your doctor gives you drugs.
Oh yeah, we're back here again.
Yep, that's what I figured. Though I thought that section was way later, but I guess. I thought the whole underground section was a little later. So you got 2, that means 3 Skulltulas remain. Let me take a look at the render. Oh yeah, the one that's out of the way, there's another one kind of out of the way. Remember how in the room leading to the mini-boss, there was that Skulltula on the wall you couldn't get?
Oh yeah, I have to go back and get that.
Luckily that one's not really out of the way too much, honestly. Actually, that one's not out of the way at all.
Yeah, it's...
Because...
I think I'm just gonna go get that one now.
You have to take a slight detour. Well, then you have to get the one in the middle, too, so, in the middle room.
Didn't even notice one in here.
Not this room, I meant in the middle of this room. Or in the center structure, my bad. That's what I meant. There's one at the very, very top. Ow. You actually might be able to reach it right here. The long shot is stupidly long in this game.
I guess if they're gonna make an upgrade out of it, they better.
Yeah, I think the hook shots in the later game...
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think the hook shots in the later game are like sort of in the middle between the normal one, you know, the normal hook shot, and the long shot.
So where was the other one you was talking about?
Not in this room. It's in the middle structure in the center room, at the way top. No, in the middle, in the structure, that structure right there, it's inside that.
You have to drain the water again. I'll do that later.
You might want to do that now, because I think the rest of this dungeon, I don't think you really need to mess with the water level anymore.
Oh, it's this thing again. Just double checking everything. It's really hard to keep all this straight.
There's a chest down there.
Chest is locked away. That was just the entrance again.
I'm not a fan of the music in the water temple.
I mean, I've already made my opinion on music in Zelda games in general clear, so I'm just gonna stay quiet on it for now.
You just don't like atmospheric music, which is kind of jarring to me, because you like RPGs a lot.
I never said I liked RPGs for their music.
That's true, but it's one of those situations where it's kind of like weird to me, because you like RPGs quite a bit, and one of the defining things in RPGs is like the soundtrack, and a lot of it is pretty like atmospheric. Outside of like, depending on the game, outside of like battle themes. Though you must have loved the Persona 5 soundtrack. It must have been like a jam and a half for you.
Honestly, no.
Surprised.
Like, there was definitely some good songs in there, but I wouldn't say I loved it. Definitely not as much as everybody else seemed to.
I don't think it's as good as Persona 3 or 4, especially not 3. But I still think it's good. Persona 3 soundtrack, now that's a jam and a half. That's the true definition of a jam and a half.
I can't really talk about Persona 3 because I never actually finished it.
Fucking love that soundtrack.
Persona 4 I think did have a better soundtrack than 5 though. I didn't actually finish 4 either, but I got close enough to finishing it that I can talk.
I didn't like 4. Too happy-go-lucky for me.
Funny enough, I didn't like Persona 3 for the opposite reason, so each their own, I guess.
Too dark.
Yeah.
It was actually the main reason why I like. Well, that's also the main reason why I like the SMT series. It's like bizarrely dark, especially given like the circumstances.
Like I just got
And,
major
like,
mood
you're-
whiplash out of 3 and was not a fan of it.
Well, I mean, the biggest concept of 3 is like death, you know, and like how everyone's gonna die. It's kind of like in the Majora's Mask sense of people coping with death in a sense. Not as serious of a degree as Majora's Mask, but that's like the closest thing I can think of. I think that's also another reason why I really like the story in the game too, and the characters and stuff like that. It's because it kind of has that sort of similar, you know, end of the world, cope with death vibe.
Again, I wouldn't know. I only got through the first couple months before I realized, wow, I really don't like this game, and I stopped.
Persona 3 soundtrack's fucking great though.
Like, the only song I remember from 3, which is one that everyone but me loves, and I can't stand it, is that stupid battle song that starts that super annoying intro every time.
Beta, beta,
I hate it so much.
That song's a jam, though.
Like, if I was to pin a single song in gaming history that I hate the most, it'd probably be that one.
Fucking love that song.
So annoying.
Everybody loves that song.
That's what I said when I started. I said everybody but me loves that song.
It's so good. It's called Mass Destruction, for the record.
And it's purely for that
so
intro.
good. It's so good, though. It's just, it's so funny. The thing I love about the Persona soundtracks, and most people find this as a complaint in a lot of games from what I know. I know when Xenoblade X was coming around, I remember when people were like, oh, this song sucks because it's got the rapping in the main battle theme and stuff like that. And these were people that like really like the Persona soundtracks. I'm like, what's the difference though? They both have real. They both have
based on that front.
They both have really stupid raps for the battle music. I love it. Like, you know where I'm coming from when I say this, right?
To an extent, like, they're definitely not the same, but...
Well, Persona's is more jazzy. It's got more of that jazz to it. And I guess X's is more... I don't want to say the word epic, because I don't feel like that's a really good description for it. It's more electronic, I guess. But yeah, I love me some Persona. I just think all the Persona Persona soundtracks have some pretty good music as a whole. They all have their ups, and I guess their downs too. But Persona 3 is where they all kind of like adopted that sort of musical style. So I don't know if you played 1 or 2.
I played a bit of them. I never finished either of them either.
I've never played 1. I played and finished 2 strictly under the pretense of I get to fight Hitler. You can't stop me from not wanting to do that.
They removed Hitler from the English version.
That's why I emulated it with the translation patch. By the way, I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention, sorry, but you know the room to the left, like to the left above you?
No.
There's a hole in the wall. Oh wait, not to the left above you, like, you see that where that waterfall's coming out right now, that's on your screen? Over...
The one on the right?
Yeah. Up in that section, that's where the last gold Skulltula token is. Also, there's, I think, an important chest you have to get there. That's the chest I always miss.
I had a feeling, because I know there's something in this room that gave me a serious headache when I was going through the game last time.
I don't remember how you get in there.
Yeah, that's the problem.
offhand.
Now, remember when
you
I
have
did
to-
finally figure it out,
you
I
have to
was
follow,
really
you have to
mad.
fo- you have to follow this path up over here, like in the room I think you were just in. There's some sort of path I think over there, because I'm looking at your map too, and it looks like it connects over there.
And I couldn't even... I did not like that area at all. Like, I couldn't even look forward. Every time I tried to tap the button and try to lock onto one of those enemies that I couldn't attack. Ugh. Fun times.
My randomizer run has made me learn that Tech-Tykes are the hardest enemy in this game. Now go to the left. Now go to the right. You're supposed to listen to me. I'm Navi. Now you can't escape. Does it have the sound like the
Oh yeah.
clock sound?
Thanks, guys. You're the best.
Dude, I told you, Tech-Tykes are like the hardest enemy in this entire game. Kill it with an arrow from a
That's what I was
distance.
going to do.
Wait, go. Oh, it's right over there. Fuck these things. I hate them. They take like 4 hits as Young Link. I hate it. Unless you go for a jumping slash, but if you do that, it's almost a guarantee hit on you. Because the Kokiri sword is so small. Don't forget your iron boots.
I saw it.
Yeah, it's right there. And that should be the last one. Because that's 5, right?
It's either 4 or 5.
It should be 5, because... Let's see. You got the one that was with the where the crystal thing was. You got the one in the cave. You got the one right before the final boss room.
Wait,
did you get the one
what?
in the middle? In the middle or not the final boss room, the middle boss room. And did you get the one in the very middle section yet? That's the last
No.
one. So okay, so then that's the last one. You got the chest, right?
There was no chest.
There is. Look on your. Oh, I think it's.
It might be behind the locked door, but I can't get in there because no key.
Oh. I think this is why I always get frustrated at this part. I think it's that reason. I go here and then there's no, and I don't have a key, and then I have to backtrack all the way over here because I think that's where the boss key is, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, there's only one other chest, so gotta go down to the second floor. And hope it's not another one of those weird situations where you go on a 3rd floor and you fall down.
I'm gonna fall down. Have you ever just like fell down on your face before in real life?
I don't know how to respond to that. Should I ask for help? Should I call for help for your sake?
Have you ever just fallen flat on your face and then exploded afterwards? No, just me.
I would hope just you. In fact, I'm surprised you even had it.
I can't be the only one that's exploded.
How did you survive?
I held my shield in front of me.
Oh. I tried that earlier this part. It didn't work.
Yeah, I know. I almost commented on it, but I was like, you know what? Maybe you were just aiming in a slightly weird direction or something.
It's like he was in the middle of saying something else, so I didn't bring it up, but... This is, yeah, that really bugged me. It was a little bit of an angle, but it shouldn't have been that bad.
No, usually it's really lenient. Usually it doesn't care.
This
Apparently,
doesn't work, does it? No, okay.
no. You have to lower the water level.
Uh,
Are you able to get into the middle structure at all?
I have to lower the water for that, too.
Well, might as well get the Skulltula token and then do that thing. And then shoot that eyeball thing.
It's like, that's all I can think of left that I haven't done. Except for going to the boss room, but... I really doubt the key is in there.
Well, what do you mean? Obviously, it's in there.
I mean, considering the dungeon I'm in, I guess it's not impossible.
Could be worse. You could spontaneously combust.
It's kind of amazing it's only been an hour so far. I felt like at this point it would have been at least an hour and a half.
Same. You're actually going through fairly easily. You've had like what, 2 hiccups maybe? 3?
I mean, considering the dungeon in question, how long did the Forest Temple take me again?
Let me check, but I think it was around an hour. I think it was barely over. I think it was actually like barely over an hour.
It's like, this is my second adult dungeon.
And these two, actually, the Spirit Temple overall is pretty long, so that could be the longest dungeon of the bunch. What's up, Doc?
Hey, Bugs Bunny, what's up?
No, that used to be your catchphrase.
I know. I was just
You can get the skull tool at the top right here real quick.
I was just about to.
Can you even hit it from here? Oh my god, you can, huh?
What, do you even have to ask?
Well, that's all the skull tool tokens. Let's see. Forest Temple. The part itself is an hour and 27 minutes. Let me see how long. Because you don't start right before you go into the temple itself. So let's see.
Because this time we basically went straight there. We got that one heart piece, but that took what, like a minute?
Yeah, maybe. You got in before 5 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
It took about 10 minutes for you to get into the dungeon. Normally, Forest Temple. And then you finished it at about an hour and 10-ish minutes. So yeah, about an hour. You know what this just
room again?
I forgot to tell you this. I think. So because I'm doing a Ocarina of Time randomizer, and I've randomized all the music, all the sounds, all that sort of stuff. I might have done something, or I might have gotten unlucky twice in a row. I don't know if I told you this, but you know, have you ever done that where you've changed the sound, all the sounds and everything to be random?
No, and I don't think I would want to.
It's not all the sounds. So basically, so what's different is all my tunic colors are random colors. Navi's color is random. Her sound, like all her different sounds are different. And Link's low HP sound is different too.
Okay, that would actually drive me nuts.
And I made them all random. So Navi, I don't remember what was on the first run, but this is my second run. Navi's sound effects where she would croak, or she croaks like a frog. She also does a cock-a-doodle-doo like a cuckoo. So she cock-a-doodle-doos like...
What?
Oh, yeah, what? Yo, Doctor, are you having trouble with something? Maybe we should plant a Sheikah Stone, man. Might be able to point us in the right direction. Yeah, let's just leave the dungeon and go to the Sheikah Stone.
But doesn't the dungeon reset?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so there's at least that in his favor. But still, I have to
But
go
you'd
in and
still
remember
have to
on the
make the
emulator
effort.
lags to a standstill.
That, and you'd have to make the active effort to leave the dungeon and
Which actually
then
isn't
come
that
back.
hard in this dungeon. I have
It isn't,
almost
but you
accidentally
still would-
done that so many times.
You still would have to actively leave the dungeon, so... But, so yeah, anyways, so my Navi sound effect, sometimes she's a cuckoo. Like the one from when it's turning daytime, so imagine I'm in Hyrule Field and it's nighttime and I think it's like gonna be day and it's actually not day, because her sounds confuse me. She ribbits, and stuff. It's it's definitely easy for me to figure out, you know, when Navi what's it called, wants to say something to me, and right now her dialogue is it's actually really good because it tells me the time of day whenever it pops up because it's Dampy's tour, and he tells you the exact time. So that's like the greatest. It's actually really good, and I can't even get into Jabu Jabu right now because I haven't found the message in a bottle. But anyways, so I got the same low health sound both times, and they were both randomized. Would you like to know what they are?
I mean, I feel like you're gonna tell me either way, so
Hey! Listen! Hey! Watch out! Hey! Listen! Hey! Watch out! Hello! Look! Hey! Listen! It goes in that fast of an interval. It is so bad. It is the worst thing ever. Now you have to go back to that one room.
yeah.
But yeah, oh my god, that is the sound, and I fucking hate it. I hate everything about it. Hello!
This door?
No, it's not.
Yeah, this is the mini boss.
Hello!
They all look the same.
So when I first got that on my first randomizer, which I had to restart because I had Skulltula tokens in the mix. Don't ever do that, by the way. And then I was like, thank God I get to escape listening to that hellhole. And then I got hit once or something. I was like, you know what? Let's check what my sound effect is this time. It was the same thing.
Back here again.
I'm actually in a really unfortunate spot on my randomizer. I'm almost out of chests, and I'm not getting items that I really need. I might... My seed potentially is impossible without speedrunning tricks. But, we have to wait and see. I can't believe you just murdered that thing. Maybe it's on the second floor somewhere?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I didn't think it was, but maybe it is.
Well, this dungeon is so far, I think, taken longer than Forest Temple.
Oh, we've definitely surpassed that.
Only by a few minutes.
True. For what it's worth, I did fumble around a bit in Forest Temple too.
Yep.
I don't think it was this bad, but I did.
Yeah,
fumble.
I think this is worse.
It's the Water Temple. If it was gonna happen anywhere, it was gonna be here.
What do you mean? Obviously, the Shadow Temple is where it would happen.
Look, don't even joke. It will happen.
There's no way you can get lost in there.
I got lost my first time through.
How?
I wouldn't even answer myself.
You know, you probably missed like a side room at some point.
Probably.
And it just went downhill from there. If I had to guess, that would probably be the reason. Because I can't see any other reason you can get lost in the Shadow Temple outside of that.
Actually, is it the first floor? I just looked at the map.
It might be.
Yeah, there's that chest there. Okay, before I raise the water level, let's check out the other floors first. What's this one? This is the bottom. That is definitely not it. Oh wait, I can't even get to it from here, can I? Yeah, because there's only 4 entrances.
No, there's 7 entrances.
No. I mean, this is... I'm very, very lost.
This is it, yeah. Hiya, yo, yo.
Tribal chanting already.
I'm more surprised that you haven't started tribal chanting.
So there's behind this one.
My house cleaners are over.
No, it's not. It's the other side. I just noticed that I'm recording on my capture card. That would explain the lag.
Huh.
But I can't stop now. If I do, it's gonna lag the computer even worse. Nope.
Oh yeah, because it'll start rendering.
Yeah.
What will it even render? Anything?
I don't know what it's recording. Like,
It'll render the audio files. I know that. That's about
Yeah.
it, though.
that's it. Because I don't have any of my video sources in. Like, I don't even have it set up to show my computer anymore. So, there's nothing to pick up.
That's it. I'm quitting the channel again. Just kidding. I'm joking.
Okay.
I
Welcome back.
can't. I can't quit at this point. We've gone so far. Those platforms are just never gonna go down.
They already did. Did it jump
No, they
down?
didn't.
Yeah, it did. I was just standing on the button at the same time. So they went right
It
back
did.
up.
They never went down. Never went down. Alright, I have to be real with you. Memes are getting worse by the year.
Oh, you think?
And by worse, I mean they're getting more and more stupid as the years go on.
And considering how even the old memes were really dumb, that's saying something.
Like they're getting so brainless.
I mean, I guess you could kind of argue that's always been their charm, but
I mean, we literally had a meme this year that was just the text E, and it was Markiplier's face over Lord Farquaad from Shrek, and it was
I did
deep
not notice
fried.
that one. I kind of stopped paying attention to memes a couple years ago.
So we've stooped to a level that was once thought unreachable.
I think humanity might have devolved by a few hundred years in the span of 10.
The boss key. Well, I mean, one of the first ever memes was the dancing baby one, so
Exactly, that's what I was saying before. Like, they were never that deep.
right now the hot thing happening at this current moment of when this is uploaded is Big Chungus. I only like it for the word Chungus.
Understandable.
It's also fun to just call things Big Chungus. Like, my friend was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and he had to fight like big bears and boars and stuff, and we were just calling them Big Chunguses because they're bears and boars. And that was entertaining. But the meme itself is stupid. It's just you know those the old school SpongeBob memes where they just get a snippet of just a random frame or whatever, and then that ends up being the meme, right?
Oh, they still do those.
Yeah. It's like that, except it's with Bugs Bunny,
Well, I mean, why not?
and it's called
Looney
Big
Tunes
Chungus.
fits.
And it's called Big Chungus for the PS4. And we've already had people. Apparently, it got popular because somebody posted a picture on Reddit or whatever, and the only reason why it got popular is because some kid asked their mom to go to GameStop and ask for Big Chungus for the PS4. And that's the only reason why it's big. Is because some kid asked for Big Chungus for the PS4. And that's the story of Big Chungus. No, not there. Oh wait, yeah, you're raising the water level. Duh.
Yeah.
I thought the water level was already on the highest for some reason. God, that is such a dumb fucking Big Chungus. We as humans are devolving each day.
We developed 500 years in 10. How did we do it? This is why
Case-
Shakespeare doesn't make sense to us.
case in point, even PewDiePie himself started doing a chant for Big Chungus, like a caveman. Yep, we're devolving.
I realize the phrase rolling around in their graves has been a thing for a long time, but yeah, it seems very applicable.
I actually think PewDiePie is as best as he's ever been. I can actually watch one of his videos and be like, this is funny, this is fun, I like this. At least comparatively to some of his older stuff.
But yeah, no, he got that whole thing without even having to turn. That was beautiful.
Well, I think you're not supposed to. Alright, it's time for Morpheal. The boss that gave me the...
Yogaidr, look out! It's not normal water over there.
I think that's Rudo.
But where is she?
I don't know, she said she was gonna help you and then she disappeared.
I thought she just vanished! Let some help you were. She could have been really useful in this dungeon. In particular, this place.
That would be so awesome if they would make a dungeon where, like, one person legitimately helps. Like, even if it was an easy dungeon, that would be such a cool concept.
Like, I think, if I remember right, there was, like, one dungeon that was either Spirit Tracks or Phantom Hourglass that did that. I want to say Phantom Hourglass, but... No.
Of course, one of those bad Zelda games has to be it. Oh, not Morpheal's from Twilight Princess. This is more fun.
I will forever defend Spirit Tracks. That is actually a really good game. As long as you're willing to... As long as you can deal with the touch controls, because, yeah, that's a big if.
I don't remember which of the... One of them is almost, like, universally
Phantom Hourglass is the one that's universally hated.
Okay.
It was the first one.
But no, some people said one of them is alright, so it's gotta be that one, then.
Spirit Tracks is the one that... It's like... It still has a lot of flaws, but Phantom Hourglass is bad. Like, I might end up doing it someday just for the sake of saying I did, but also, Navi line.
Morpho, man, master of the water temple. I bet he can pull off some sick waves, bro. His absolute control of water, man. Pull out its nucleus and attack it.
What's the I mean, of course the nucleus, this thing.
So this boss actually was really difficult for me the first time. Like, the first time I ever fought it. I had no idea how to properly fight this boss. Like, I did, but, like, I was getting my ass handed to me. You have to wait for it to...
Sometimes you can get lucky.
Yeah. Or you can... If you're... Honestly, with the gyro control... Like, if you have the gyro controls, it might be possible to do this boss super easily. I didn't even think about it like that. Because you could aim precisely to where it's going. I usually never stand on those platforms. Because, yeah.
I just had to so I could recover. I didn't think about it. I was going to try using the Deku Net on it to see if that would do anything.
Flashbang!
I thought I was thinking for a second, but no.
Maybe flashbang it when it's inside the little tube thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Come on up.
I highly doubt it'll do anything, but...
No.
It makes it vibrate. No, you can't hit it through the water.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
What kind of water is this?
Invincible water. I mean, have you ever tried swinging a sword in water?
No.
It's
you
not
have?
effective. Surprisingly, yeah. I have. It's not effective at all. Same reason why, like, bullets aren't effective in water.
Water is the enemy of matter.
You got lucky.
And then I got unlucky.
Yeah, I was about to say that, and then you got unlucky.
I'm really glad I got those extra fairies in this dungeon. Because I wanted to get some fairies before we even started the part. But I couldn't because it was blocked off by Ganon's castle. So,
I mean, if you wanted to walk all the way to there's a fairy fountain, I think, near Lake Hylia on Hyrule Field. Now imagine if I was playing my randomizer, I would get to hear, "Hey, hey, look out, hey!" Doesn't that sound great?
no thanks.
Are you telling me you don't want that?
Are you telling me you do?
No. I'd rather play Bubsy 3D.
Oh well, lucky you. You
Uh,
get to play Bubsy 3D.
sorry, I'm quitting my channel. That was in the update video. Didn't you see it?
No.
Exactly. I quit.
That's
I said
why
my
you made an
channel.
update. So you can tell
Yeah.
me, I give up.
Yeah. I was like, nobody's watching me. Therefore, I quit.
I mean, if that's how that worked, the channel should have been over years ago.
I mean, our channel should have been over in its inception by that point, by that logic.
I don't know if I'd say by its inception. Like, within a year, though, probably.
Right after our hiatus. Yeah, let's just not come back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Forget the heart piece. Don't get it. You get it automatically if you
Yep.
leave the dungeon.
Nah.
Honestly, I was gonna say I'm joking because a part of me would have been like, really? Like you would have thought to yourself, really, maybe? And I was like, I don't want to risk that. Granted, getting to the boss room here wouldn't really take that long. Whoa.
Hey, Starry, where... Oh, right, the freaky fish thing.
They covered her boobs again, which I still don't understand. Yoga doctor! I would have expected no less from the man I chose to be my husband.
Can I leave the light realm now?
No! You are staying in the sacred realm!
Oh no! Oh no!
Forever! With me! Zora's domain and its people will eventually return to their original state.
Okay, Navi, does this pit around the edge to this platform look like it's far enough down to kill me?
I don't think it's gonna happen, man. Don't do it.
As a reward, I grant my eternal love to you.
Okay,
Yeah,
Navi, don't stop me! Don't try to stop me, I'm going!
That flinch Link did was perfect.
Well, that's what I want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now.
Oh, thank goodness!
Saved!
I have to guard the water temple as the sage of water.
Don't worry, in about a few days you won't have to, according to Zelda logic.
And you're searching for the Princess Zelda.
Oh no, she's gonna be jealous. Uh-oh.
Ha! You can't hide anything from me.
It's been 7 years. It'd be kind of bad if she didn't figure it out.
Bullshit, you can't hide anything from me. We've been gone for 7 years. You didn't know where we were.
Princess Zelda, she's alive. I can sense it, so don't be discouraged.
To be fair, I don't even know if Link knows where he's been.
He doesn't.
I can tell that nothing will stop you in your quest for justice and peace. You must take this medallion. Take it respectfully.
Alright, Navi, we're gonna give this to Epona and we're gonna have her eat it.
This means we're going to get married and live forever and ever.
Isn't that what you said about the water stone, whatever it's called?
Yes, but this is new. This is different.
Yay, the water medallion. Dude, in my Zelda randomizer runs, every time I look at the medallions I have, I somehow get like an extra one, and I have no idea why it happens or how it happens. I just get them. If you see Sheik, please give him my thanks, okay? But Sheik is a girl, right?
In this game, they try to treat it like Sheik is male, and then every other game that Sheik shows up in, Sheik is female. It's really confusing.
I mean, Sheik has boobs in Smash Ultimate and Smash 4.
Yeah, well, those aren't the original Ocarina of Time.
Dude, okay, I'm gonna look very carefully at her model. As the water rises, the evil is vanishing from the lake. Yogaidr, you did it. Nah, I don't see any tits. Sorry.
But like, they give you a really good opportunity to see too.
Yeah, that was like my best. Actually, no, the best opportunity was probably in the Temple of Time because she just stands there. Rudo wanted to thank me. I see. We have to return peace to Hyrule for her sake too, don't we?
No.
No. Look at that, Yogaidr. Together, you and Princess Rudo destroyed the evil monster. Together?
Where was she? Did she
Yeah.
help in any way? Like, forget meaningful way, just a way in general?
She floated up and then she disappeared. True story. Once again, the lake is filled with pure water. All is as it was here.
Oh, and Sheik, don't forget that we've forgotten about your involvement in this. You're the one that rescued Rudo.
Shut up.
Okay.
And this is where she uses Deku Nuts to get out. No wonder Deku Nuts are overpowered. How come we didn't think about this?
I don't know. Why didn't I think of that?
No, wait, I lied. Sheik has boobs. I see it. You can slightly see a little edge. Look here. I was paying attention, guys, because I had to know. Hey, wait a minute. Where's the Deku? She didn't... I didn't get to see the Deku Nut flashback. What? Ninja.
Just jumps in the water. Okay.
Now, you gotta get the second most pointless arrows in the game. What are you doing? What?
Isn't there a school tool up here?
Maybe at night.
Oh, well.
Sun Song twice. It's much faster.
Water fills the lake, shoot for the morning. Well, thanks to being as vague as always, game.
Translation: when the sun rises, shoot it with an arrow.
What time is it? Close enough?
No. It has to be as it rises. So just Sun Song tonight and then Sun Song today.
I don't remember some song off the top of my head. I know it starts with L. It does not start with L. L's not even in it.
It's YRA. Trust me, I know. I definitely wasn't looking.
Let's see if I can...
I just realized your image is, I think, off-center, and I don't like it. At the top right.
I had to fix it because it got stretched at some point.
You have to fix it again.
Yeah, there is one up there. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, maybe at night there might be, but...
I'm getting it before I play some song again. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm gonna play into that branch.
You're definitely gonna... I'm gonna force you against your will to fix it. Actually, it's stretched inwards this time around. It's smaller than it's supposed to be.
It was obnoxiously big when I opened up OBS today, so I just shrunk it back.
You just have to move it to the right. It's perfect on the left side. The left side's still the same. I'll tell you after this recording.
Let me up there. Come on. Okay, come on.
You also have to move it slightly to the right.
Good enough.
Oh, dude, the sun is rising.
Oh, well, perfect.
You have to be on the gravestone.
Oh, a little extra.
Hurry. Shoot the sun. Shoot it again.
Gree, son!
There we go. In my randomizer, I shot that And I was like, is it just gonna give me the item? Nah, a chest spawns over there.
And it gives you 20 rupees.
Well, it's a randomizer, so for all I know, it could be the hook shot, which is what I need right now, and Saria song. That way I can do like Forest Temple or something. Actually, no. I just need the hook shot so I can do the freaking Fire Temple. Ooh, fire arrows. They're pointless in this game, except in Ganon's Tower, which I almost want to say are mandatory? They might not be? I'm not 100% sure.
I don't feel like they would be. But yeah, anyway, that's it for this part. Next time we're going... Oh yeah, we're going there. Exactly. Thank you for watching. See y'all then. Goodbye.
See you next year.